don't know why I'm smiling right now. It's 4:45 and I'm heading out to catch another sunrise and in Yellowstone. That's why I'm smiling. Oh my gosh, it is so dark out right now, and I am so tired. It's about 4:30 right now. I'm heading out to do some landscape photography this morning, which means I've got to get up early and I've got to get out to the location that I've been scouting out, which is Castle Geyser. And it's about a 50-minute drive from my hotel. And so I was quiet as a mouse sneaking out of my house this morning. Not really sneaking. My wife knew about this. But anyhow, I'm really excited to take some landscape photography today, but it is dark out right now and I'm so tired right now, and hopefully I'll remember to turn the camera back on when I get out to the location. But this is again, this is part of the price of photography is you got to get up early. And again, I'll check back in a little later. Sweet dreams. Stay in bed right now. Unless you can meet me out there.
Oh, here you are, face to face in this trashy bar. Another glass and I am going places. Makes me laugh about the irony of everything. I like the way you're thinking. I don't really care about the music on the dance floor. I don't really mind. All the smoke is in the bathroom. I don't care at all, baby. You got my attention. So you were saying, oh no, I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me. Where you wanna go? I am all about adventure times. Another drink and I'll go anywhere. The way you smile, like a flash in the universe. You are illuminating. I don't really care about the people in the bar line. I don't really mind.
What a fantastic moment this was for me. I ran into this black bear on the way to Castle Geyser, and it is actually a lot darker out than this video shows, but I lightened it up with my editing tools. And because of how dark it was, my autofocus kept going in and out, especially on the video, and that's why I don't have more footage on video. I actually shot a lot more. But I was just so thankful that this black bear was right next to the road because there were no other cars on the road, and I was able to slow down my SUV, and he and I were able to just travel together for, well, I'd say at least a minute or two. It felt like a lot longer. So I actually grabbed my camera, I rolled down the passenger window, I stuck my camera out the side window, And I just started snapping photos as much as I could, and I was able to only capture a couple of shots of him that were actually in focus. I even talked to the bear for a bit, which was really fun for me. I was just treating him like we were friends, just trying to have a conversation, and, well, he looked up at me once, and then looked away, and I realized our relationship wasn't really going to go any further than that. But I have to tell you, it was such an incredible experience for me, and I wish I could have hung out with him longer, because I would have loved to have stopped and followed this black bear in order to photograph him. However, the lighting conditions were really bad, and it was still dark out, which would have made it impossible to get any really high quality images of the bear. But just to be able to travel next to him, I mean, he was only 10 to 15 feet away from me, and I could hear him breathing, and he could hear me talking to him. And it's just a moment I won't ever forget, being so close to an apex predator out in the wild, and yet feeling so safe because I was inside of my SUV. But as you can see, he walked off into the woods, and I let him go, and I continued on to Castle Geyser in order to photograph the sunrise. But it was definitely an unforgettable moment.
I don't care at all, baby. You got my attention. So you were saying, I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh, baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me.
Hey guys, well, I made it to Castle Geyser, so now I'm just looking for a good spot to film this sunrise from. So I'll check back in a few minutes.
Again, here we are at Castle Geyser, and it's about 5:15 in the morning right now. So we still have a little bit of time before the sunrise. Some of the things that I noticed about the Upper Geyser Basin, where Castle Geyser is located, is that my senses were dramatically heightened. The sounds of nature and the sounds of the geyser, as well as the smell of the sulfur, the beautiful scenery of the smoke rising into the air, with the sunlight rising above the mountains, causing the darkness to slowly disappear. The cool, chilling breeze upon my skin. Being in the higher elevation also caused me to breathe much more heavy when I was in a fast-paced walk or going uphill. But I have to tell you, I loved it. Being out in God's creation and absorbing all of it truly made this a special experience for me. Some interesting facts about Castle Geyser, as well as this entire area, is that in total there are actually over 10,000 hot springs and geysers in Yellowstone National Park. And some geysers actually erupt up to 300 times every year. In fact, steam that arises from one of the 500 geysers in Yellowstone Park, as well as some 10,000 thermal features, are a constant reminder of the looming threat that lies beneath. Yellowstone is the most famous supervolcano in the entire world, and should the Earth ever release its massive force, it would be devastating, from loss of life, wildlife, to crop failures, and most certainly there would be an altered climate.
Welcome to sunrise at Castle Geyser.
Okay guys, well I'm just finishing up my first morning of landscape photography here in Yellowstone, and this is, I think I got some really great shots today. I've never been here before, and this is one of the things that's important about landscape photography is you have to do your homework ahead of time. And not being here, I did the best I could, but it was dark and I didn't really know where I was going. And so I see now at the end that I've missed my shot that I really wanted. And so I'm gonna most likely be coming back here in the next day or two to try to... Hey guys, I was just about to pack up because I got my sunrise shot, but then this nice couple just came by and the man asked if it had went off because it's every 12 hours, and I guess we're right here in that 12-hour spot. I hope this is silhouette. It looks really cool on the video. Yeah. But I'm gonna hang out and maybe we could see Castle Geyser go off. I'm gonna get the wide angle out and get ready to get a nice shot with that. So let's see what happens. Here we go. Whoa. That's beautiful. After spending time walking around Castle Geyser and exploring the upper geyser basin, I decided to return again a few days later so that I could capture the sunrise from another vantage point, due to the fact that I planned on photographing the Grand Prismatic Spring a little later that morning. Geyser Hill is just a short walk over from Castle Geyser, where there are plenty of opportunities to capture beautiful images. From where we are right now, you can see that the sun is getting ready to rise in the foreground. One of the things that was so refreshing for me on this second visit is I felt like I was able to take in my surroundings much better. As you can see, the beauty that I was immersed in upon Geyser Hill was just breathtaking. One of the things that I enjoyed most about this trip was that I was once again the first one out to this place while it was still dark, and I was able to just absorb all of this beauty by myself. I was able to pray and to meditate and to contemplate upon God's amazing handiwork in creation, and it was so rewarding for me. Man, it is beautiful out here, guys. I wish you could be here with me. The beautiful river that's winding down throughout the Upper Geyser Basin is called the Firehole River, and it's located in northwestern Wyoming and is one of the two major water sources of the Madison River. It flows north approximately 21 miles from its source in Madison Lake on the Continental Divide to join the Gibbon River at Madison Junction in Yellowstone National Park. And it's actually a part of the Missouri River system. So I've got my Canon 5DSR in live view mode, so it locks the mirror up, less vibration. I've got it on a very sturdy tripod right now, and I've even got it on a 2-second timer. The reason it's important to have it in live view mode, to have a 2-second timer release, and to have it on a sturdy tripod is because all of this helps eliminate camera shake. Camera shake is a photographer's greatest enemy when it comes to preventing you to capture tack-sharp images. When we are doing landscape photography, the goal is not only to have a great composition with correct exposure, but we also want our images to be tack-sharp. And by putting your camera in live view mode, so that you can see what you're looking at, without touching the camera, having it set to a 2-second delay, and having it on a sturdy tripod, you will have a much better chance to capture the image that you want. As I said, the first time I came out to photograph this area, I felt like I missed my shot. And the shot that I really wanted is this next composition. Let me set it up for you. As you can see, the wooden bridge on the right is a leading line directing us out towards the sunrise, while the Firehole River is on the left of the screen, also forming a leading line pointing us towards the sunrise. Both the bridge and river work really well together as leading lines directing our attentions towards the beautiful sunrise, and then the steam rising up from the geysers adds to the overall experience and ambiance. And so this is the composition that I returned to Upper Geyser Basin for. And one of the things that I couldn't plan, but it worked out so well, is that another photographer came out and set up right in the perfect location, and he unknowingly became the main subject of my image and helped me to tell a much more powerful story with this image. He is going to help make this image happen for me by telling a story that says being alone in nature can be a truly magical thing. Which is why I have titled this particular image Alone in Nature. Whenever we take photos, we should always attempt to tell a story, and this lone photographer truly helps me accomplish this. Other things that I am purposefully doing here, again, is using the wooden bridge along with the Firehole River as leading lines pointing us towards the subject, and this draws our eyes upon him and the beautiful scenery surrounding him. And we all know that spending time alone can be very rewarding at times. Not only to clear our minds, but especially when we are doing something we enjoy. For me, it is being in this exact spot at this precise moment with my camera. This individual was one of a handful of people that was there with me when it was still dark and waiting for the sun to awaken the world. But for both of us, waking up at 4 a.m. and traveling over an hour from West Yellowstone in order to be here at this precise moment was well worth it. Hey, so one of the things that I like about this tripod, as you can see on this particular tripod head, you have the flexibility to shift it around any way you want, but you can even get these amazing angles. So like right here, I'm trying to shoot some of these hot springs, and it's beautiful. And just making sure. I'm gonna lift it back up here just to be safe now. And another thing that I really love about this tripod is it comes in this really nice bag, and I'll show you more about this bag, but I just discovered this. This is my video camera's tripod bag. I'm going to stick it inside of here, and then I'm going to pull up my jacket because it's getting a little warm out here in Yellowstone this morning. And you can see it's been a pleasant surprise that it's more than just a tripod storage bag. Voila! Steam clears, you'll see that it's like crystal blue. It's beautiful. This is called the Heart Spring, and over in the distance beyond the green meadow you can see Castle Geyser. I'm going to be over here taking a few photos of this beautiful place now. Hey guys, another thing to remember when you go out, especially for long periods of time, is you want to bring spare batteries charged up. And fortunately I have them. Keep them here in my camera bag because my battery is out of go-go juice,
And so I'm gonna take this off. Now usually on my other camera I have the battery grip, so it comes with 2 batteries and I don't have to worry about running out of go-go juice on that. But this is my landscape and my portrait camera. It's my Canon 5DSR, and the primary goal here is not to get camera shake, whether it's in my hand or on the tripod, and therefore I choose not to go with the camera, the battery grip I should say, because it's just heavier for me and I don't need it. I've got it on my other camera, but that also means that I have to change batteries more often, which is fine. I just don't forget them, that's all. Alright. Alright, so been out here at Castle Geyser, as well as in the background back there is Old Faithful. Just photographing this beautiful location this morning, and looking forward to seeing what the pictures look like after we go to processing with them. So I'll show you in a little bit. As I bring this episode to a close, I would like to share some of my favorite images with you from my time at the Upper Geyser Basin in Yellowstone National Park. Would you do me a huge favor and support my channel by clicking on the like button and the subscribe button? Also, make sure you hit the silver bell if you'd like to be alerted anytime I upload a new episode. Thank you again for watching this week's episode.